Before I get started, I just want to ask a couple of questions, if that's okay. First of all, who here has ever found themselves in the midst of a major tragedy? Show of hands.
Hi, I'm Dan Duffy, and I'm co-founder of the Half Fund. I do a lot of things for a living, but the biggest thing I do is I am a storyteller. I'll never forget, I was at a stoplight and 50 people crossed in front of me in the crosswalk. So at first I noticed the shoes, but then I noticed the faces, and every single one of them was miserable. And it did not make sense to me that so many people in one place, and I knew they couldn't be alone, so many people in one place, miserable by what they did for a living. So I immediately went home and I wrote down, I sat on my bed and I wrote down literally everything I thought I ever wanted to do in my entire life. It started with the priesthood, it ended at pornography. I crossed those two off the first time and I kept whittling it down and whittling it down and whittling it down until finally it hit me. I wanted to work in radio. And life was perfect. And then it almost ended in an instant.
This is Daisy, my 1992 Jeep Wrangler. And she died a horrific death on October 21st, 1996, when a car hit us from behind that had slowed down to 105 miles per hour, sending us into the flip wall. And sure enough, the name fits because we started flipping. I flew out of Daisy like this, like I was pulled by the wrists.
Usually when something like this happens, you try to find the meaning in it, like I'm spared for a reason. But by the time I actually got to that point in my life, there was not a scratch on me. So at that point, I didn't think my life has meaning. I thought, I am Superman.
And then about 5.5 years later, I heard 3 words: you have cancer. And I think I talked to God and Buddha and Allah and Mother Earth all at the same time, and I looked up and I said, I think you have my attention now.
And kind of overnight, I became an accidental activist. Now, usually I don't have a plan with most things, but I had a plan with this one. I really wanted to get it right. And the first one was, I had to embrace my crisis. Look, lots of people have cancer, but not everybody tells their story. The most important thing you can do, or what anybody can do when they have cancer, is to tell their story to help others. Number 2, use what you know. Well, what do I do for a living? Well, I tell stories and we make videos and movies and stuff. Well, what if we figured out a way to help people with cancer by doing things like that?
Number 3, get naked. This is huge. You have got to get naked. And if I was going to put myself out there, I was going to have to get naked and share everything.
And finally, number 4, if you are going to be a bear, be a grizzly. Do not settle for talking a good game. Get off the couch and do something. There's not just one world. There's 7.2 billion of them. And each one of them has a story. And each one's story is unique. And they deserve to be told. And they need to be told. And each of them can be changed for the better by something that you do. It can be something as small as a smile, a wave, the word hello. They make a difference. They really, really make a difference. And no matter what you do for the rest of your life, keep trying to make that difference. Never stop dreaming and doing. It's how we learn, how we grow, and how each and every one of us will change the world. Thank you.